All right, we're back. It's now a fivesome in here.
Who are you?
I'm Okan.
I'm Simon. I like awkward pauses.
I'm Peeze. My showers are too long.
I'm Eagle. I'm a diabetic, but not really.
You know, I should bring my dad's
Stick to beat him with?
his insulin. No, his blood measurement device, and see what you.
Bro,
know.
you're gonna stab me?
Hey! How about this? Next week, I bring my dad's diabetes device, and we measure his blood level.
Yeah, live on air.
Seriously, let's see what it is.
Is it invasive?
No.
What's
No, because
doesn't
they're
matter.
friends.
I know it doesn't matter.
You have to
I'm
prick
saying
me.
it's better if it's invasive.
Yeah, I guess. Sure.
No, he's not.
Can I choose where?
Friend.
You prick my finger.
Yeah.
So next week, Eagle gets a live diabetes test.
Seriously.
The week
yeah, we can do
after,
it.
vasectomy on air. Don't worry, it's reversible.
It's okay because there's only there's only 1 week left.
But
Oh, he's not on.
the idea is that we'll do it at the end of the night, where the sugar level will be probably like 14.5, which would be like awful for his blood level.
So apparently, vasectomies can be done by laser now. So you don't even have to get in there anymore.
Who's this?
We need them to come to your house. Like if Amazon Prime does vasectomy.
Who is this guy?
Whose voice is that, by the way?
I don't know.
Oh, this is gonna be
Let's
confusing.
say, hey,
My
I'm Terry
name is
Tam.
Terry Tam.
Terry Tam.
Oh, Terry Tam.
Yeah,
Hey, Terry.
future Hall of Famer.
Hey Terry, how's it going?
Good, very good.
Builder's
I'm glad to be
category.
here, and I will be here to fact check Simone. That's the only reason why I'm here.
only non-Hall of Famer on this table.
Yeah, Rob sent me an email. He said, Terry, I need you to be there today because...
Hold on. Do it properly, please.
Listen, Terry, I think I need you to be there today because I get a lot of complaints. I mean, Mo. I'm sure Mo knows what I'm talking about.
Well,
here.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, Simone, he doesn't have a lot of facts, so you need to fact check him, and that's why I need you there tonight.
That's the worst Robert De Niro impression I've ever heard.
Robert Campan.
Oh,
So you nailed it.
so good, great Rob Campana
So it's a
impression.
very good one.
Good job, Terry. Super recognizable to everyone. Jerk.
So we've done a De Niro impression, diabetes fact checking that we'll do next week as Eagle chomps away at his candies. What are you eating there, Eagle?
Sour blasters.
Those are
Sour
doozies.
blasters.
Eagle, can you look up like the side effects of diabetes and tell us which ones you already experienced?
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, no, he'll give you other stuff. Don't worry. It just gives us more stuff to research.
That isn't that what Terry's here for?
Yeah,
Fact
Terry's
checking?
here. to
That
do
sounds like a
fact
fact.
Yeah, welcome to the conversation, Simon.
checking. Okay, it's time for facts. Eagle.
Welcome to the party, pal.
That
Excessive
wasn't a fact.
thirst and hunger.
Are you thirsty?
Frequent
Are you thirsty?
urination. Weight loss or gain. Well, yeah, but whatever. Fatigue. Yeah, but whatever. Irritability. 100%.
What kind of thirst are we
Blurred
talking
vision. Slow healing wounds. Not really. Nausea. Not really.
Well, we could test that out though.
So when Eagle's out for sex,
Skin
He's
infections,
diabetic.
no. Darkening of skin in areas of body creases, no.
That's the
Breath
Eagle.
odor that is fruity, sweet, or an acetone
yeah,
odor.
absolutely, yeah.
No.
That's weird.
Tingling
You're
or
basically
numbness
Starburst,
in the
bro.
hands of feet. Yes, but only when
This
I'm
is
around you.
diabetes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds awful. By the way.
Yeah.
It's not so bad.
Sounds like a grand old time.
Yeah.
It's not so bad. Just
You
have a
smell
lot of
like
water.
Fruit Loops at all times. It's
Just
a
have a lot of
problem.
water. You'll be all right.
All right, let's dive into it. 6-6D.
Into diabetes?
You know, the equivalent of last week's podcast, we're going to watch 2 NBA games.
He's got like 17 of those
Yeah,
prepared.
I know. I told Simo. I was going to drop some of these.
I mean, the NBA is the most entertaining product,
Yeah.
so that's fine.
exactly.
Is
Hey-o.
it those? We got FPF.
All right, here we go. Let's
We're
dive
basically
into
twice the NBA.
Seriously.
2 times for
Yeah.
the price of 1.
Charles Barkley, I'm coming for you, bro.
I'm
I'm
done.
not, though, because he
Bye.
killed me.
All right, see you soon, Simo. All right, let's dive into it. Things that actually happened, according to Peaze's article.
We're doing the
script.
read the script word for word? That's going to be terrible.
No, it's a lot. You put everything, so
I
you
know.
just choose things.
It's
Also,
for
don't
the
read-
headline.
Yeah, don't read mine.
Dirty Landry upping pension plan 40 to 20. A lot of drop balls in the end zone. And we look at Brandon Miles Keller doing all the damage as the Landry boys win by 20 points.
Well, look, it's pension plan haven't been great all season. They've been fine, middle of the pack. Every night never seemed to be their best effort, and this was an example. Drop balls that they didn't have their full roster, missing impactful players. So Vince Pizzano's working with what he's got, and at this point, I mean, I don't think it's an insult to say Avery Lala is a better quarterback than Vince Pizzano.
Yeah. I mean,
but
they're sort of different too.
they are different.
Like
right.
Avery still makes mistakes. Like
Mhm.
he's not flawless.
Yeah,
But Vince Pizzano
careless
seems-
mistakes.
But here's the thing: when if Dirty Laundry have to come from behind, they can.
Yeah.
Pension plan, if they fall behind, can they come from behind?
No.
No.
There we go.
But also Avery Lala now, as they move along in the playoffs, and Simone made the point. I remember I score kept his game. I think towards the end of the season, I think with like week 8 or week 9, and he made some bad throws.
Yeah, I was there.
And it wasn't good. I was like, dude, like you're on a great team, loaded with talent, and you continue to make.
It's a good team.
It's a good team.
I think it's a great team,
Nope. They are very thin.
and they win Division 6.
They
Ooh,
might.
you
They
never
might.
know.
They
You
might.
never know.
Honestly, their top end talent is very good. Brandon Miles, Kyler are fantastic.
Ken Kusai is good for this team.
But
As
the-
much as we hate him,
no. But look, he has 3 reliable targets, and Avery Lala is very good. But if you take away their top 2 and make them beat you with Kevin Kusai, can they win?
I mean, at some point, like the guy could have 10 catches for like 78 yards and 2 touchdowns. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah. So that's 2 touchdowns. So if you
Yeah,
stop Brandon Miles from getting into the end zone,
So, but
if you stop the Kyler brothers from getting into the end
yeah,
zone,
but you won't be able to stop them completely. They're still gonna have some catches and yards. You won't shut
they're-
them out entirely.
I contend that there are
I'm
teams.
sorry, guys. I'm just looking at Eagle right now,
It's
and he
disgusting.
looks like someone who's an addict for yayo.
Diabetes.
The 2 teams.
Diabetes.
The thing is, they will face teams in Division 6 that have the ability to lock down their top two players.
But even in the situation where you're describing, where you were saying lockdown, I could see a guy like Brandon Kyler finish with 3 catches, 50 yards, and a touchdown, and still consider it like okay, they
You
covered.
still have 3
well.
touchdowns.
But then if Miles is the same thing, that's 4 touchdowns in Division 6. You
And
can
that's
win
not-
games with
That won't be enough.
26
That won't
points.
be enough moving forward with the teams that are left, which we'll talk about
We'll see.
as we move on.
Warriors upending Vultures 37-33, a very close one.
We all wanted this. All of us picked this as an upset. Like everyone wanted the Vultures. Like they were sort of surging at the right time. Warriors.
Well,
you know,
actually,
they-
I had the Warriors winning this football game, guys.
Yeah, whatever. It's easy to say afterwards.
I'm just saying.
King of backpedal.
Like, all I'm
still-
saying,
you're
if
still
I was here, I would pick the Warriors.
You still scared of Sam Caron?
yeah, don't worry
Hey!
about
You're
that.
still scared. You're still
Carroll-
scared
Carroll is,
of his big
doing
old
okay.
chooch.
Don't worry
I
about
do
that.
believe, Mo, that your percentage of picks right now is 0%.
That's
So-
perfect.
That's
We're off to
zero.
a perfect start.
Zero, man.
Not a single pick, bro.
Terry, can you research how many picks Mo Khan made last week and how
Zero.
many of them were right?
Oh yeah, that's good.
So
0.
Yeah,
Oh,
so 0%.
not a
What's the
single one.
percentage
Perfect.
of picking 0 games right?
0.
0%.
So you're basically you're flawless.
Yeah.
I'm perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
Perfect.
You
I
picked-
broke even.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Broke even.
perfect
That's
at
how it
picking
is.
wrong.
I broke even. All right, so Chaz Kid Alexander did not show up as usual, and surprised by
Did
that.
that show up? Did that
Well, he
step
showed up physically.
But I know,
So he
but
was there.
mentally and
I thought he was the guy to shut down Benji Ziegler, and Benji Ziegler scored 3 touchdowns. So
Yeah,
I was wrong.
up? He's a good defensive player,
Very good defensive player.
but not an FBF question mark.
I think he's a very good instinctive player who doesn't know how quarterbacks adjust in FPF yet. Like he's still new to FPF in a sense,
So he doesn't
and
know when to
he
break.
then doesn't know the adjustments
This is
at all
where
times.
he's gonna throw, or this is what he's
Yeah,
gonna do.
this is so on 3rd down. This is what he's gonna do. He's sort of just taking his assignment and carrying it out very well because that's what he does well. But he doesn't then know within his assignment how can I break off to handle this specific situation.
sorry, I guess an update here with Eagle. He is literally licked sugar off the Sour Patch plastic. Has taken 4 weeks old Cookie Crisp. Is now devouring with coffee.
I'm not sure why we have Cookie Crisp to begin with.
Well, Mo bought it for me. I've had 4 of them because I'm trying to lose weight, so I can't
Yeah,
eat.
so why did he buy it for you?
Because he's a nice guy.
That's fair.
Well, what have you bought me, bitch?
Well, so I was at Gustav about to buy beer. and
Terry, I need
realized-
you to look up what Simon has bought me.
Absolutely nothing.
There we go.
Exactly.
0%.
Well, no,
Flawless.
So as many
defense
percentage
Simo-
was fine.
You're flawless.
in defense, Simo, he did barbecue the burgers at your BBQ bash last
That was
year.
fun. Yeah.
I was there.
That's going to be delayed this year.
I was
Oh,
at, I was
that's
at
all
Gustav
right.
to buy you beer, and I realized, but
Can't
I
do
won't
it.
drink alone,
You were going to have to. Sorry.
so I bought them enough.
All right, so
Last part of the
Vultures-
season, though. I'll make that a cheat day.
So next week.
So the
Oh, maybe
the
we'll check.
Vultures not upending the Warriors.
Sorry. Yes.
You said
Well-
the same thing twice.
It's not. It's not really an upset because they were the favorite. But
But emotionally, we all wanted the Vultures.
yeah, everybody likes the underdogs.
Yeah.
Like Warriors are a very good team this season that we knew from the first week that they're going to be a dominant team, puts up a lot of points, flashy, it's good football. And nobody really cheers for them because they're the favorites. It's like cheering for Golden State Warriors. It's boring. So I feel it's similar with the Warriors where people want them to lose because it makes it for a more parity, more competitive division. and if the favorite from week 1 wins the title.
So Vic in the box easily take care of the Scranton Stranglers, 40-25. Terry's boy Jordan McKinnis, he was the choice du jour for VIB over Max Burra. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? Even
So
with outcome
the
of
way
what
the
it
team
was.
is structured, both Max Burra and Jordan McKinnis are eligible to play in playoffs, but they can't have both play in a game. So they got both players to 5 games. So no matter what, they have a stud to go to. I think, given the way Matthew Pizzatoro plays, he's not going to throw that post on the line, 9 feet in the air, the way who was the quarterback last year? Styles Trudeau, the way Styles Trudeau did. So because of that, the fact that Jordan McKinnis can body a guy out and just possession catch the ball and grab it away from the defender, I think Jordan McKinnis is a better fit for the quarterback that Matt Pizzatoro is right now.
So when you look at that, Stranglers they could keep up with the paces with VIB. Jordan Schwartz, 2 INTs. Was this a complete mismatch from the get-go?
A little bit. I find that Scranton Strangler.
I was waiting. I was like, do I need to talk?
I was also confused. I was like, he's like,
Are you gonna say something? I think so. I think Stranglers is a good team, but the way Vic in the Box played and plays this season, like Peeze described with Jordan McKinnis, makes it very difficult to defend. Vic in the Box is a good defense that made so that Stranglers won't score 40 on him. So the fact that Vic in the Box managed to score 40 is basically the reason why they won. Like, they won't be able to keep up with that. Stranglers considering the outcome of the first match, it was never going to be a close one.
all right, so Dog Pound with the squeaker over average Joe,
Overtime.
29-28 in
I
overtime.
love overtime.
So Shane Feinberg, who's
One
had
of the
a-
first. This was the first overtime game we'll describe. There's 3 overtime games Division 6. Division 6 playoffs so far have been excellent. As we
Anyway,
we thought it would be great. As we looked at the matchups last week, we were not disappointed for the most part. Go ahead, Mo. Sorry, I cut you off.
No worries. Shane Feinberg, who has had a very unpredictable season this year, not so great of a performance. Did struggle in the red zone, but at the end of the day, Dog Pound wins by 1 in a thriller in overtime. Peasler, your thoughts on this game?
So this game was right before ours, so I caught the first half in entirety, and then I watched a little bit as I was warming up in the second half. But obviously, it's more difficult. But what I noticed the first half was Shane Feinberg got fooled a lot in the red zone and literally threw. I remember one interception specifically into a guy's chest as he was sort of just cutting into that would look to be an open angle, open lane to the receiver. Great adjustments in the second half. They kind of figured out what Average Joes were doing on both sides of the ball and really shut them down. And sort of like a lot of times the team that has the momentum going into overtime has this huge advantage because quarterbacks start to doubt themselves as they are not scoring, and that's what happened this game. Mark Bellini, by contrast, Shane Feinberg started weak. Mark Bellini started strong. The two sort of flip position in the second half, and then we saw Shane Feinberg just being a lot more confident in overtime.
yes. No, but it's true. I agree with.
It makes you want to feel awkward every time you're done.
Can you fact check whether or not it was in fact yes?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Terry.
Thank you, Terry.
I think Simo's winning
Hey, Terry, your hair really grew out long. Eh?
It's gonna grow longer, my friend.
until we have a show coming up at a barbershop, and Terry has volunteered to grow his hair till then.
Not.
It's in June,
But
so-
it's a good idea, so I'm down.
Nice.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
I'll
congrats,
cut my
Terry.
hair on live.
All right, Simo, yes, as you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Analysis.
So,
So I have a question for Simo since you're speechless.
yes.
He was just blown away by this game.
So is this a fail by Mark Bellini, or is this is this a fail by Mark Bellini? Sorry, or is this really a just an overall good game by Shane Feinberg and co?
No, this is partially on Bellini. If you're able to go up early in the game, have the momentum, and be able to take a decisive lead early in the game, whether you score or not in the second half, you should control the clock to make sure the other team doesn't get that opportunity. Right? If
Yeah.
you're up by 2 scores and you start with the ball in the second half, there's 3 possessions ahead of the other team. Don't give them 3 possessions back.
We
8
also
minutes
took
to
3
drive.
possessions from them because they threw 3 interceptions. Right, the fact that you couldn't come back from that is huge.
So you should be able to.
A lot of those were in the first half, though.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think
But
at least 2 of them were in the first half.
But just to say, they scored
from
26 points in the first half. They
Yeah.
didn't score any points in the second half. He went below 50% completion rating. So I think
Yeah.
it's more of a fail on Bellini's
They
part
didn't
than
play
anything
well in the
else.
second half, but you need to control the clock too. It's a big part of FPF where if you have 4 plays, you should be able to chew at least 3 minutes off the clock. If you're snapping fast and you're making quick huddles, you're helping the other team.
God, I wish Terry, you just made some like fake stats. Yeah, I know he had 5 INTs in the first half. And Simone, yeah, he had 5 INTs in the first half.
I just made history, though, by the way. I just made Simone make an in-depth analysis.
I
It's
know.
not history.
I mean,
Rare.
the depth of the in-depth was shallow, but yes,
Rare.
there was water.
yeah, there was one.
All right, so
no need to swim with Simon Dagenais.
Unknown talent make Fighting Tigers succumb to 5 plays here, winning 36-13. So we look at unknown talent and their growth and actually playing multiple schemes on defense. And Seth Galina looking like a lost tiger in a jungle full of lions. In this regard, surprised by the fact that the
Jungle.
Tigers were toothless in this game against unknown talent.
So they're at a talent deficit as compared to unknown talent. No one expected them to be able to run with them, but we thought, look, Seth Galina, the forgotten chicken, everyone's favorite. He's a smart quarterback. He's smart in FPF, and he's played for a long time. He's a coach, so he'll know how to schematically rip apart unknown talent because they just always play man, and it's too easy to attack. We saw very different unknown talent. We saw dangerous unknown talent because A, full roster was there. B, just giving him multiple different looks, baiting him, undercutting routes. They made things very difficult for Seth Galina, who just looked shell-shocked from the get-go.
Well,
Multiple drives stalled in the first half, which you don't even see on the stat sheet.
usually the way we describe this game, like the way we previewed it, we're saying that Seth Galina, yes, he's a great football mind, but he needs to have like the outside perspective. When he's in the game, it's different because you're looking at things. Maybe the night when he got home, was driving in his car, he realized I could have made this play, I could have done this.
Oh, I'm
instead of-
certain.
Right, like he sees things, but from the quarterback perspective, it's different. It's tough to manage during the game itself because you're thinking about so many different things, and you're trying to focus on making the throw, making the right read and stuff like that, rather than what play am I going to run next. And I think that if he would have been on the outside, they probably would have found more plays that would have been more successful in the second half. But you also get into sort of a panic mode where we're down 2 scores, we're down 3 scores, we got to get back in this game, and we don't have a lot of time. So you turn to desperation mode where you're just taking shots and hoping it connects so we could get back into this game and put pressure back on them. So when you're down 23 points in the second half, you can't keep driving the field and taking the 2-yard hooks that are open.
Yeah, but so it actually, despite the game didn't feel close at all, but in the first half the game was kind of close, and the problem was Seth Galina panicked early.
And when you panic early, you're
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah, but you can like you've been there too in the past where you have games where you feel like the game's getting away from you. You just got to take a shot, get the momentum back, do something.
I disagree though. Like especially at the beginning of the half, that's your opportunity to get the pace back to where you're comfortable. All you need to do is score. All you can do each drive is score. So you have the full half, get a score, then let your defense make a stop, and then as the game starts to wear down in the last 5-10 minutes, sure, that's fine. That's time to panic. But second half, an FPF game is longer than it appears, especially in the playoffs. Wink.
Speaking of winks, the Mighty Ducks beat Los Siete Amigos. Another overtime third, 26-25. Matt Dumont had a slow start out of the gates and kind of adapted as he moved along here.
Well, they actually got off to a lead, but Matt Dumont never looked comfortable. Felix Leus is a serious rusher. He's amazing.
All-star rusher.
Yeah, well, not only all-star. The guy's too good for
But he's doing all-star.
the level he's playing at.
He's a very, very, very talented player, and this is what Matt Dumont struggles against. When the rusher is very good and forces him to throw on his back foot, he can't move in the pocket, can't buy time, can't run. You see that. Yes, you take away like a facet of his game, but it feels like you're taking away 90% of his game to him. If he's struck in the pocket, you see him panic.
So that didn't happen. He actually.
Well, it did a little bit.
He had to adapt. Later in the game, he did adapt. He started attacking sort of like intermediate, middle of the field.
Yep.
And he sort of started like, I don't know if they're design rollouts, but just started taking a couple steps to his side just to give himself a clear passing window. Like not with no intention to run, with no intention to buy time, but bought time in the process. Yeah. And it was a nice small adjustment by Matt Dumont that really pushed him and got them to the point where they were comfortable in overtime. And I want to say on the last play in overtime, he actually bought time moving to his left, saw a receiver, was able to hit him, had a clear window that he probably wouldn't have had he stayed under center.
But it's one of his strengths too as a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like Matt Dumont, this is what made him good in the spring. This is what makes him good in the winter too. Is his ability to move.
I'm glad it's seasonal. Like you think,
Yes, it's only right now.
listen, in the spring and in the fall he runs.
But no,
in
the
summertime,
spring, not so much.
he's on a lawn chair just getting smashed on margaritas.
Not so much.
Hey, Terry, can you find out what kind of margarita I'm at the moment for hers? Thank you.
Thank you, Terry.
All right.
It's margaritas.
All right.
Oh, really?
all of them.
All of them.
Ideally in bucket flavor.
Yeah, he just puts a massive bucket next to him and has a really long straw.
It's like a loopy straw, like that
Yeah,
kind of curves.
Those are useful.
Yeah.
Those are
Well, hopefully it's like a reusable straw and he's ecologically responsible.
Yeah, you would hope so.
Hope so.
No, but
All
those
right.
those become soggy
Yeah.
because they're made of plastic.
The paper straws? Yeah.
The paper straws, yeah, like the ones at Harvey's.
So McDo and Hot Sauce Sports, an ugly ending, obviously due to the injury that happened.
That was a bad injury,
Another
man.
overtime.
So I
game.
spoke to, let me get his name right. Filibuster for me, please.
Yes, McDo against Hot Sauce
McDo,
Sports.
yes,
It
sir.
was a Hail Mary attempt, and someone's face hit someone's knee,
So-
and it was ugly.
It actually was a fun game. They were up big early. We were down 15 second half. They even scored a third time in that half. So Hot Sauce Sports had to score 3 times. Hot Sauce Sports scored 3 times. We had to get the 2-point convert. Adam Marous made a great catch to tie the game. They had 2 plays. See, quick recap.
Okay.
First play, Victor Nolin, who I like a lot, by the way. He should have been their quarterback the entire season.
Yeah, I'm not
He's
sure why he wasn't
very good.
quarterback the whole way.
He ran for 10 yards or whatever, then put up a Hail Mary on the last play. Ball gets deflected again by Adam Marous. Then Julien Proulx comes diving in, and Jean-Sébastien Roussy is returning back towards the end zone, and his shin collided with the diving face of Julien Proulx. I walked over because I saw a giant puddle of blood. I walked over and I was like, oh, he broke his nose. And then I heard J.S. Roussy exclaim, that's his tooth in my leg. I immediately turned around and walked away. It was nasty.
I heard. It was
I spoke to Julien. He's doing well. He got 9 stitches. He's saying he wants to play the next weekend. I'm not an expert in stitches, but this seems like a bad idea.
No, it's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Terry Times
Well,
is
but
fine.
Terry is an expert.
I just checked.
He's a researcher.
I just checked.
So what about
It's
the
nice, just as fine,
teeth
yes.
situation here? I guess implants.
He's gonna require over the next few months some procedures for the implants, and J.S. Roussy is back in the hospital because he received an infection because mouths are nasty.
Oh, really? That he's back in the hospital?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
man,
been
I'm
3
sorry
times
about
since
that.
it happened. It's honestly it's one of the
Terrible.
worst injuries.
That's
That and the
terrible,
Moy
yeah.
McDonald injury are the 2 worst injuries I've
And the
witnessed. Moy McDonald injury.
Oh, yeah,
When he
yeah,
broke
the
his
fractured
leg in
ankle.
2 places.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I was there. I remember I heard it was not.
Yeah, we
it was
heard
not
the
good.
snap. That was bad.
And Jamie Harry, actually, who was involved in that injury, could be a top 15 pick in the CFL draft this year.
Awesome.
Go figure.
So that said, overtime was delayed by about 20 minutes. McDowell almost forfeited, to which I said, wait. I said, if that's the case, we'll also forfeit, and then we'll make Rob Campana sort it out. Maybe we'll play like before the next games, like we'll do like just the overtime, like we'll
Oh,
figure something out.
man.
Like
Can
it would have
you-
been a disaster, but I didn't want a team to forfeit in the playoffs because their snapper.
Oh, wait, hold
got
on.
hurt,
here.
their
Can we
friend
do a
got hurt.
scenario? Terry, can we
Oh,
Rob
so
Cabana?
He'd
nobody
been
else
so
could-
mad.
And nobody else could have snapped.
Peeze.
Well,
I
both, it
mean-
was both snappers, by the
Because
way.
then worst
Oh,
case
Rob
So what-
Cabana's
what-
gonna- both teams forfeits.
Peeze. I mean, you guys could have finished the game. I mean, everybody was there, no?
Well, so that's the thing is he was holding like every piece of clothing he could have.
I feel bad. I feel bad for the guy, but Peeze, I don't have any field or anything. You know,
Find a field.
I gotta pay out of my pocket
yes.
now.
Yes, you do.
Okay,
Because
it's gonna
the
come
guy's
out of the
face.
media budget. We can't have Terry Tam on this week.
Yeah, Terry's only here today because we played overtime.
Exactly. We earned the overtime period. That's what we did.
So,
You
but
guys want to have some fun with Rob?
yeah.
You want to call him and ask?
yeah, sure.
Can I call him as Rob?
Call us Rob. Call Audrey.
Can we not call him on air then to just wait for him to answer?
No, he's gonna answer.
You can't mute the line either, apparently.
He's going to 35 plus.
Am I talking or are you
finals
talking?
tonight? So
You can't mute the line.
Are you talking or I'm talking? I'll talk. Hopefully he answers. Are we live? Right? Yeah, we're on right now.
We're just waiting. This is very good radio.
Amazing.
Simon, this is where you think of stuff to say.
Why is he here?
Hi, you've reached Rob Campana.
Okay, let me leave a message.
Oh.
All right, so B-Ballers.
Terry, text him, see what he answers. Just quickly, I just
Yeah.
want to say, in the overtime, Victor Nolin made a great play on the third round
Yes.
of
third
overtime.
round.
Okay. Yeah.
The third round, the shootout. Great pass, contested ball, great game. Honestly, love the dudes and
Me too.
great game to be part of.
Me too.
Really, really nice guys.
I'm very happy for McDo.
Yeah, so me too.
I'm sure you were happy, Simone.
Oh, yeah, big time.
you've been
Sucks
on
that we
the
lost
crowd.
the game, but happy that a good group of guys won the game.
All right, so
Yeah,
the Ballers
fuck
hammered.
Go McDo. Are you on the bandwagon now for McDo?
Yeah.
It's where since they beat you.
If there's not money involved, I can't be on the
It's like
bandwagon.
since they beat
Are we
you,
allowed
if
to bet on FPF?
Yes,
you
you
can look it
can.
up.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. No, you're not,
All right,
because we're a recreational sports league. I started a rumor about McDo last year.
Okay.
nice.
I started a rumor, and it lasted like an hour. I said, their team name is McDo. I said, yeah, because they always go to McDonald's after the game, and everybody believed me. About 15 people believed me.
That's not a good one. though.
15?
Yeah, it was 2 teams.
A good one. A good one would have been like one of them worked at the McDo and jacked off into the sauce once.
I don't know about that. I was trying to keep it PG.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't say what teams it was.
Yeah.
All right, B Ballers hammering
I don't know what that has to do with
Channel 4
anything,
News
but-
team 60-18.
It was
That-
FPF Junior, bro.
The most lopsided score amongst the Div 6-6D games we had.
It's-
So
It's not even.
So I'm done with DGC.
Talking about B Ballers and Channel 4 News.
Yeah. I'm also done with them. I'm done with a lot of people, bro. Like you don't
Fact
understand.
check.
You don't understand.
Stat check, you are done with them.
I'm done with them.
Okay. DGC, the team that we're not talking about.
DGC. I was like, oh, DGC, what a good team.
Yeah, but we're
Talking
still
about B
not done.
Ballers, Channel 4
Yeah.
News team.
Also done with
This
Channel 4
game
News
was less close than the score appears.
team. Yeah, no, I'm moving on because this game was a wash.
Okay.
Okay,
And
moving
so
on.
was DGC. A wash.
So we're skipping 2 games.
How about we
Okay.
give B-Ballers some credit here, though?
They're good.
Why?
I saw Gianni Casati roll to one side, plant his foot, and throw a bomb on the line to the corner of the end zone.
Congratulations. You don't belong in Div 6.
Yeah.
Thanks for
I know.
killing
Way to
everybody.
be losers. Congratulations. You're a bunch of jerks. Why don't you play at at a level that's correspondent to your ability? Gab Wiseman is a piece of trash.
To be fair,
Nobody likes
he
him.
didn't know the guy would be good.
Yeah.
Because he never played a field before.
But Charles Vettel knew. He's a jerk.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
Yeah. He
How is he still not rated?
Yeah, I know.
I
He
still
was-
don't get it.
He basically bribes Rob Campana every year.
Every season, like Eagle. Yeah.
So-
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Figure it out.
Okay, so Hurricane season.
That's where the beanies come from.
That's our coverage of the V-Ballers and
All right,
Channel 4
so
News
quickly
team.
here on DGC, since you don't talk about them, they get ripped
done.
by Hurricane season. All right, we talk.
I'm done with DGC. How do you go from 3-0 potential, best team in 6D to
They were-
this?
Double checked. I believe they started 2-0, not 3-0. I believe they went 2-1 to start the season.
DGC?
Yeah.
If it's 3-0, what happens?
Nothing. You're
Everything happens.
Right. You're right once.
2-1.
2-1.
I was
There you
right.
go.
I was right. I said 2-1.
2-1.
You said
2-2.
2-0.
2-3.
You said-
3-3.
You said 3-0 to start the season.
No, I said 2-1.
You said 3-0.
You said 3-0.
You said
He's just
3-0.
believing me. He's like, fuck.
No, I wasn't believing you at all. So only 6 players showed up for DGC.
That's not good.
And 3 guys who never played defense before had played defense, including Sean Martin. And Sean Martin also had a terrible game on offense. And Hurricane season predictably picked on the inexperienced Sean Martin at quarterback.
I mean, that's what you do, though. I mean, if it's the playoffs, it's not time to play nice. They
Yes.
showed up with 6, beat on them.
Terry, facts?
I'm
Were
trying
there
to,
facts
I'm
in
trying
that
to figure out what you just said. You up
7
by
rounders past their prime. Prime.
I
26-6.
I still don't know what you're saying.
I have no idea how you say it.
Moving on
so-
from Terry Time being Terry Time.
Okay, sorry. Guys.
All right, looking at 7th rounders past our prime time here because Simon was a little bit jumping the gun here. 26-6 victory by 7th rounders over POPT. Better prepared team in the 7th rounders, and Josh Vasquez not really doing much, 4 for 25 yards.
Yeah, so 7th rounders are just they're new to FPF, but they're a group of guys who put together for a while. So there's a sense of familiarity. They're well organized for a newish team in Division 6, and they knew they had to take away Josh Vasquez, and they did. And that's all it came down to. Emil Janda just struggled to get anything going. The drives just looked pitiful.
Yes.
Okay, Trailer Park
I agree
Boys.
with you speaking.
Yeah,
Now you say
it's-
something.
But I agree. You were right. Sorry.
Analysis.
Trailer Park Boys beating Gold Rush 20-14. Did Gold Rush care, Simon?
So done with Go Rush. I'm so done.
Okay, thank you very much for the in-depth analysis.
I don't understand this team, man. They're so talented, yet they scored 14 points. And the other quarterback had 2 rushing touchdowns.
So
So, first of all, who's a rusher? Who's playing 5 defense? And who's on the defense altogether?
Yeah.
Because somebody somewhere needs to figure shit out.
Yeah.
And it's not me because I'm not on that team. But I'm saying Gold Rush
I mean, that's a fact.
Should've
Shimo was
been-
not on Gold Rush.
should have been able to put up 30 plus points against a team like Trailer Park Boys.
Well, Trailer Park Boys have a good defense, and when they allow 3 scores or less, they typically win the game. I want to say, and Terry can fact check this for me. I want to say in the season they were undefeated in games where they allowed 3 scores or less.
This is Gold Rush or Trailer Park Boys?
Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, okay.
Like Jake Starr had 4 interceptions. Like
Is it 4? Is it duplicate stats? Just double check quickly. I think it's
No,
actually
it's
4.
real.
It's actually
No,
four.
it is 4.
Because there's a lot of ones.
I know, but there's a lot of duplication.
What
Div
did you want me
6
to
and
check, Peeze?
16. Trailer Park Boys.
How many?
How many of the games that they allowed 3 scores or less? Did they lose any of those games this season?
They lost to MacDo 13-12.
Okay.
Yes, McDo.
They lost to no.
Can you do that in your head?
No, absolutely not.
Fair.
I asked.
Llamas and Pajamas 12-6.
Okay.
Llamas in pajamas.
And they also lost then it was Gold Rush this game.
So
And they
and
played Gold Rush back to
how
back.
many games did they win where they allowed 3 scores or less?
Were they allowed 3 scores or less?
Yeah, were they allowed 3 scores or less? How many of those games did they win?
First game,
Because they also don't score more than 3 times. That's why
Le Cassé, Chocolate Barracudas, 23-8 against Chocolate Barracudas. Then Lionhearts. No, that's not it. Lionhearts 33-6.
You can do that in your
They're
head.
just overhead. They're just very inconsistent.
All right.
Okay, so if the other quarterback goes 11 for 22, so 50%, 96 yards and 1 touchdown, 0 picks, right? Like you should be winning those games.
unless you're continuously turning over the ball in your own zone.
Yes. Also, if you add 61-yard rushing and 2 touchdowns rushing, somebody somewhere needs to find a rusher for that team because he got destroyed. And like, you can't go out with 4 picks in the playoffs. What are you doing?
Well, 4th
Losing.
and 20 know what they're doing. They won 30-24 against Real Bros of Simi Valley.
It's a big game, man.
Another Div 6 victory.
Little controversy in this game. If you check out the game of the week, seems like
The rushing touchdown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What was the history, Eagle?
No,
One of you describe it.
I thought that was the other game. That was not. That was not
it's
in
the same
6,
score but different game.
That's in
You're
the
right.
5.
The 5. You're
my
right.
God.
Never mind.
Jesus Christ.
Why are you here?
Oh, God.
Also,
Terry, can you fact check them?
It was the same
Right in his
score. I
face.
thought
You're
it was the
Eagle.
same game.
You're wrong,
Shame.
Eagle. You're Eagle wrong.
Okay, so
Thank
4th
you,
and
Terry.
20, are they maturing in front of our eyes now?
4th and 20 is that kind of team that I would hate to play against, even if I'm like a higher division quarterback, because for some reason, every time you see close games for 4th and 20, they win those. Like if it's a close game, they'll somehow manage to get like the clutch play. Somebody's gonna miss a tackle they don't usually miss. They're like lucky. They should change from 4th and 20 to like Lucky Charms or something.
Lucky Charms.
Leprechauns in 20.
For 420 Blazers, the normal guys: Mark Haggerty, Eric Chacha, Jason Dracchio doing the damage. So that to me, it's sometimes what you expect from the higher season Div 6 playing against a team from Div 6 playing against a lower seed in Div 6D. What we worry about sometimes is teams just not knowing the other team, and that appears to be what happened. That's why 420 Blazing was able to get the win. I'm surprised they allowed 24 points to Real Bros of Simi Valley. That's, to me, it's not a win for Real Bros of Simi Valley for sure. It's the first season in the league. I thought that they learned a lot in this playoff game.
Yeah, but 4th and 20 doesn't win blowouts. Like they win close games.
Yeah,
So if they're
but
up,
they still
if they're up 4 wins,
Real Bros scored 4 times though.
yeah, but if they're up 4 scores, they might lose. Like they're that kind of team. They don't win blowouts. So they need to keep it close. But also, it feels like when you're watching 4th and 20, when the game's close, they seem to.
So just saying, if
try
they're
more.
up 4 scores,
They'll find a way to
So
lose.
the game can't be close because they would win that. So they're up 4 scores and then will get blown out.
Yes.
So they'll allow 7 scores before the end of the game.
Somehow.
Alright.
Magic.
All
All right, Le Cassé, Llamas Pajamas, 29-25
Llamas
victory for
Pajamas.
Pajamas, who went with Matthew Rossi instead of Olivier Godard. Surprised by this
Yeah.
move, gentlemen.
I mean,
hurt.
Olivier Dart clearly wasn't available because he's not on the stat sheet.
He's hurt.
He's hurt? Oh, well, there we go.
No, but that's why he couldn't play. He's on IR, so they got him replaced by someone else.
I did see that email. My mistake.
Good thing you're the writer for Division
I
6.
know. Well, now I know. I know from my article. So I'm surprised they won without Godard because Godard, look, 32 touchdowns, 5 interceptions in the season.
It's pretty good.
That's solid. Those are solid numbers. It's a good touchdown interception ratio. He doesn't give games away. Sure, they're not the most explosive offense, but it's tough to play against quarterbacks like that because if you can't get out to the lead, he's not going to make the mistake that gets you back in the game.
No.
And they didn't have him and still came out with the win. Your boy, Sam Cannell,
3.
3 touchdowns.
3.
But they lost.
Though.
Was it because he couldn't score 4
It
touchdowns?
doesn't matter. He's got 3. He did his
4 or
job.
5.
So what you're saying is he failed.
He did his
He
job.
failed his team.
He didn't fail his team. Team failed him.
Now we're the
Wow.
team. We're the team
Yo,
way down.
Whoa.
Terry, I need a fact check. We're Le Casse way down by all their man buns.
One,
Slow
two,
down.
Terry can go,
one too many.
One too many.
Terry can go a man, but now you're at that level.
I would never.
Because he's a man. So
But he buns though.
yeah, it's 2019. I guess you can't tell people how.
I
to
would never put a
self-identify.
man bun. I would go, but even when I play, I keep it down. I keep it like this.
Yeah, you
You
just
look
look
at a man bun, man.
Nah.
No, I weigh 240 pounds. I don't look good in a man bun. Anybody that weighs,
You weigh 240.
yeah, 230,
wow.
240. I fluctuate.
Depends on what he ate that day.
That's
poutine
it.
or no
Exactly.
poutine,
I had
that's what it
Uniburger this week.
So it's
Oh,
Like
nice.
4 times. Uniburger. It's Uniburger week.
Yes,
FYI.
Eagle.
We got some smack talk in chat. We have
Nice.
Antoine Meunier from the Trailer Park Boys
Sup?
saying Yama's revenge Sunday. Be ready, referring to the fact that Yama's Pajamas beat Trailer Park Boys 12-6 in the season, and they're playing this week. So smack is being talked.
All right.
Who's leaving in their pajamas? That's the question.
We also
Potatoes.
Do Trailer Park Boys
Potatoes
wear
are they-
pajamas?
I
They're
don't-
Yes, Eagle.
well,
Just naked.
remind me later. Samuel Tururo was asking where we see the B-ballers in next season.
the 4.
And what about spring?
No, in the spring? D.
Spring.
Div D1.
No, D2. Go in D. See
Yeah,
wherever
there
you
should
end
be
up
D1.
seeing.
No, D.
I've
They
seen
they
them.
belong in D, and then depends on where they
They'll
go.
be D2. They'll dominate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they'll be in D because you can't choose D1 or D2.
I know, but
We
we
choose for you.
we should choose for them. That they go to D1.
All right,
But their cap should put them in D1.
Potatoes beating the Pack.
Potatoes.
26-18. So the
Let's go,
Pack,
Toes.
Pack one of
Toes.
the very few, or one of the 5 District teams to lose to a 6D team. Are you surprised by the result of them losing to?
I mean, Potatoes is a good
Potatoes.
team. The Pack barely made it in. They just beat a trash team in Fat Diablos, so like whatever. But they were 3-7, right? So you can't expect them to
Also,
be.
they beat. So they had to beat Fat Diablos to get into the playoffs. Fat Diablos had 3 wins, just like Pack had at that time. One of those wins was a forfeit. The other
Yes.
one, Alex Gertain threw. And
Yes.
so they only won 1 game with their starting quarterback all season long.
Yeah, and then so trash, and then
Yes, correct.
so the Pack beat that team to make it in. Which again, like it's good for the Pack. I'm happy for them, but they weren't really the favorite in my book considering who they were playing. Potatoes is a good team, so I don't understand. The only difference here is the Pack had the choice at the coin toss.
The Pack have been in this league forever.
Yes.
How haven't they left Div 6?
they've
They've gotten worse.
yeah, they're the NWO, man. They
But-
don't move up.
But like to me, Corey Lax is a very good football player. I
Mhm.
know
Yes.
because I played with him growing up, and I'm shocked that he's not. And Krebs and Lefcore, I mean, these guys were decent players back then in Div E.
Yeah.
So like, how haven't they progressed?
So the ball for a lot of the season just went to Lefko. That's what happened. Andrew April actually had a huge game this game, but I was happy to see Daniel Krebs doing decently when having to leave his comfort zone, but then just can't close the game. Like there's something missing on that team, and I don't know if it's not being able to use the pieces he has, or if they're the pieces that don't fit well for what Daniel Krebs likes to do on offense. Because you're right, on the surface, it's a very good team.
All right, Brewers a high scoring affair, winning 8-6 over Green Monster.
I don't understand. If this was, if you would have told me this game finished 8-6, I'm picking Green Monster 20 times over. How does Brewers only score 8 points?
It was ugly. It was an ugly game.
Obviously.
The Eagle. There was also I believe a wrong application. What's the penalty for illegal flag? The guy actually had the
Illegal
flag belt
flag?
tied.
Oh, that's it's not.
It's an OC.
yeah,
It's an OC.
Yeah,
He was not treated as such in the game. It was a 5-yard penalty.
Oh, it's an OC and the player. It's
Or down-
Yeah, because it's considered unsportsmanlike conduct, and you lose the play and you go back.
I believe. Sorry, it was 5. They called it as a 5-yard penalty. Downs repeated.
Yeah, no, that's wrong. Well, down is repeated.
5-year penalty,
No, you
downs
lose it down.
repeated,
That's
yes, but the guy's thrown out of the game for 5 plays.
He was
Yeah.
not.
So the guy's still out of the game, but the play doesn't count, and you move back 15 yards.
Week 11. How long has he been getting away with this?
11
I
weeks.
don't know. I don't know.
11 weeks.
Likely, yes. But the thing is, this game, honestly, Jeff Lefebvre and the quarterback and the rusher, James Moulton, like, they allowed the game to get in their head. So Jeff Lefebvre looked really sloppy. James Moulton kept making mistakes at the rush. Both sides played like ball control, and on top of that, Brewers kept missing flags. There's not a luckier team in FPF right now than Brewers. They should have lost this game.
Yes.
It's all the things
No
they
one
couldn't
de-
have done to win
No
the
one
game, and
deserves
they
to
won the
win
game.
in FPF with 8 points.
Well, but
Well,
like Green
well-
Monster could have won with 8 and be like, yeah, that's what they do.
Actually,
but
I stand
you
corrected
don't
on that,
deserve that. You
Simo.
get away.
Alex Eagle Dakla won a game 8-6.
Every
No,
name.
7-6.
All of his names.
It was 7-6.
Terry Tam won a game
and
2-0.
Yeah, against Park X Streets. Safety, first play of the game.
No score.
Snap over the head. No scores after
Was it
that.
playoffs?
Who was the
No, it was
snapper
regular
on
season.
on that play?
I want to say
Terry
Peter
Tam.
Adamopoulos.
Oh, wasn't you?
No, we won.
Oh, so you guys won. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
sure.
Spring cleaning.
He
Yeah.
won 2-0.
All right.
Yeah.
Here is
On the first play of the game. It was crazy.
Here's
Oh,
Simon's favorite team, Bud Knights, winning 20
Yeah,
over
best defense.
Sharknado.
What's it called? What's the Bud Knights, Mokan?
Best defense.
In sports.
No, best defense.
Last
Period.
week. Yeah, best defense.
defense.
Period.
So, like, compared to, like, countries, like, national defense, they're better.
Better.
So you'd rather have them than the U.S. Army.
So the Canadian Army should hire Bud Knights.
Well, I mean, Canadian Army, yes, obviously.
Yes, because we didn't upgrade. Yes, Bud Knights. No, but honestly, Bud Knights is, first of all, a very good defense. But it also helps their quarterback when he doesn't play great, which was the case in this game.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, detailed analysis right there.
That was well done. It's funny because you literally could have done that all show, and you
know,
just
right?
realized now I could just read Peace's note because he knows more about the
Well,
game.
I wanted to do that, but like Mo started off with the notes.
Yeah. Honestly, what was interesting is Sebastien Blanchette has struggled all season long. In my article, by the way, I never call him Sebastien.
You couldn't
I
win.
look Steve, and then with an S.
Like every time on
Yeah.
purpose? No, you realize that like week 5 you said I can't go back.
I can't go back, man. Once you've like bought in, this is what you do.
It's fair.
So Steve Blanchette, the thing is, he struggled all season long in red zone, and it plagued him in this game. And that was the difference is essentially converts and not being able to score when they're that close. And Bud Knights
But that's
were
the
able to
thing.
capitalize.
That's one of the big thing about Bud Knights is they've been around for a while. Like all these guys, they've been in FBF for.
Isn't it their second? Well, okay, they added like
Yeah.
Brad Evans.
But
and
they, I mean, Brad Evans has been in FBF for quite some time.
Yeah.
And if there's one thing that not so athletic players could be good at is red zone, because you don't have the same amount of fields to cover. So you can tell yourself, okay, this is what we do well, and that's what Bud Knight's been doing all season. Is we're very strong in the red zone across the field. Yes, you're gonna drive because we can't keep up with faster players, but in the red zone you don't have to. And that's when they succeed the most, and the windows are tighter, and they know what they're doing. They've been successful, and that's one of the reasons why Bud Knight's the best defense.
those
All
are
right,
words.
let's dive into now the Div 6
Bud
quarterfinals
Knights.
and 6D
Wait,
quarterfinals here.
So Eagle, you read the game. I'll give a quick descriptor, and then you guys make your pick.
Descriptor.
You want to start with 6D?
We'll go with 6
Sure.
first.
Okay.
All right, let's go with 6 then. Really?
60 instead.
But what are these, though? What are these?
Are we doing
Games.
6 or 6D?
Choose,
six.
produce a
What are
show.
these?
We're starting with
The
Division
upcoming
6.
He's supposed to
Alright.
say it properly.
So we're going to go.
What are these though?
What are these?
What are these?
What are we
What
doing?
are these?
What are we doing,
Are
guys?
these games of
There we go.
the
Well done, Terry.
week?
It was so difficult.
We just harassed Eagle doing his job.
We're going to start off with the 1 seed, Dirty Landry, versus the 12th seed.
Oh, I have a question for you, Eagle.
MacDo.
Yes,
Why-
sir.
Hold on, Eagle. Why the bleep we can't put the actual rankings on the site for each team so people know, hey, this is the 1 versus 12 seed?
But you know where we do have it on calling the audible. We're better than Fly Plus Football. So
I mean,
Also, in our
I mean,
article-
are
we're
the
better
nerds,
than
who wins, Rob? Who wins?
are the nerds in the back
Eagle.
end? Like,
Terry, look up
are
who
they not
wins.
capable of putting like a number in bracket? Hey, this is
Rob
the 1
loses.
seed, this
Always.
is the 12 seed. Like, what's going on here?
No, I like that. Just Google who wins.
No.
Yeah, Google who wins.
Okay, thank you.
Googling who wins.
All right, so the game is
Dirty Landry, the 1 seed, versus MacDo,
Let's
the
go,
12th
MacDo.
seed.
Dirty Laundry is the team that I've said have been a little bit thin. MacDo impressed last week, beating Hot Sauce Sports, and they can screw themselves.
Romney versus
Landry
Trump.
will be the team to watch out for. I think Avery Lala will cure his ills, and
Who wins?
they will win this game rather easily over MacDo.
You know what? I would love to pick MacDo here. I really do. I think that I don't know if Julien Proulx is going to play. I hope he does.
He's saying he's trying to.
I hope he does. If he plays, because the problem is if he's not playing, it's a big loss for Mento.
Yeah.
And they're already the underdog in the matchup, so they need all their guys together. If he plays, give him McDo by a point.
Oof. Who wins?
I'm gonna go McDo.
Yes,
No,
sir.
no, no. Google.
Oh, who wins? So I googled who wins, and the first thing is who wins. 100 historical figures go head to head. Second option: Romney versus Trump. Who wins in Utah GOP primary elections?
So
And Trump won that one, so Trump wins.
I feel,
Trump wins
I feel
barely.
like Google was bought off.
It seems that way.
Any
Fake
key elements
news.
for this game?
What?
Any key elements for this game?
No, you don't talk. You just name the game.
Victor Victor Nolay needs to be able to buy time and pick the right level on his floods. On the other side, Avery Lala needs to continue to be confident and make the throws we know he's capable of making.
All right. Game number 2. The 2nd seed Warriors face off of the 9th seed B-Ballers.
The ever hot B-ballers.
Ooh, that's a good game, man.
That's a very good game. Warriors coming in hot after barely escaping Vultures. They're gonna have something to prove. They're going off against B-Ballers, who I think are a bunch of cowards.
I'm gonna take the Warriors to win this football game.
Nah, man, give me the upset. Give me B-Ballers. I think B-Ballers is a very strong team. I think that they'll have the speed to contain a team like Warriors. And I don't think Benji Ziegler is going to go off for 3 touchdowns again.
Pease, what's the key play to watch?
The key play to watch is whenever it is that B-Ballers will finally grow a nutsack.
Wow.
You're
Okay.
very
Mad about that.
All right.
Well, I saw it and it was comical.
It's almost
It
like,
looks so bad.
It's almost like they beat you guys this season.
No, but they didn't.
I know. It's
Next
almost
game.
Like,
It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing to watch.
We have the 3rd seed
I was embarrassed
Vicinabox
for them.
versus the 7th seed Unknown Talent. And guys,
Good
just
game.
to let you know,
Good
we
game.
have Alessandro Barazzoni and Rafael Morelli in chat, and they're anxiously awaiting your opinions on this
Oh, look
game.
at that! And they live like 2 blocks away. They can just come over here and listen to our fucking podcast.
We should
Unknown
change it on the
talent.
site though, because it has. Well, they're fine, but on the site it has the stronger team as the away team.
Rob!
Yeah.
Eagle, do your job!
Give me Vic in the
Fix
box.
it.
Wait,
to win.
I gotta do my breakdown. Unknown talent. They've improved as the season's gone on, as we mentioned earlier in the show. At the same time, Vic in a Box play one of the more difficult defenses to read in Division 6. Gentlemen,
Vic in the box.
Give me Unknown Talent, man. I think that they'll be able to stretch the field well against Vic in the Box, even though, like, yes, it's tough to play against, but I feel they're just... If they're able to shut down a guy like Jordan McInnes, they'll be able to win this game.
Pease, key takeaways for this game?
I just realized, read my article because we've done all the recaps, and if I do that, then there's literally nothing in my article.
Who does Vic in the Box dress for this game?
I think if they can, they go Jordan McInnes the rest of the way.
And last
Also
game...
themselves, because I'm not going to dress you.
Last game of Division 6, we have the 4th seed Dog Pound versus the 6th seed D2 Mighty Ducks.
Shane Feinberg has struggled. Matt DeMo has been on fire for much of the season. We saw what a good rush can do to him this past week. Do Dog Pound have the rush to contain Matt DeMo? Mokan, you tell me first.
Oh, hell's no.
Simon Dagenais, you tell me second. Terry
No.
Tam, you say something third.
My Ducks are going to win this game easy.
Yeah, give me Della Dumont.
Say something, Terry.
You want me to pick a team?
Sure.
I'm gonna go D2.
Now say something else.
Simo doesn't have facts.
Yes!
Don't have-
Simo needs
No fax
help.com.
machine for you.
No fax machine.
Simo needs help.com.
Simon needs help.com. I'll fax it to you.
There's no S. Isn't it just Simone
Fax.
needs help?
Fax.
What's the website again?
Pease, key takeaway for this game?
Read my article, and that's how you find out how to win. I've actually given tips about teams and what they specifically do. So if you don't read, it's your own fault for losing.
All right,
what you're
6D.
saying is you're God.
Yeah.
6D.
Next.
We have the 1 seed 7th Rounders versus the 13th seed Brewers.
Ooh.
7th rounders looked great in their first playoff game. We saw a great game by Duchesne. Terry Babelis having impact on that game as a rusher. On the other side, we have the other team who I forgot. Eagle, what's the team?
Brewers.
Brewers. Brewers looked awful, but hopefully they got that out of their system. Out of their system, Mo?
7th rounders will be 1st rounders. Giving them to win.
Yeah,
Out of their system, Simon?
Oh, give me Rounders by a lot.
Out of their system, Terry.
Yes, just to be different.
Brewers win, according to Terry.
Brewers win. The World Series as well. Kristen Yelich.
Key things to watch in this game, Peeze?
Key things to watch is if you don't read my article, you won't know how to capitalize and you will lose the game. So read my article. That's the only way to guarantee victory. Give me clicks, bro.
It's
Says the
only
guy
way.
who got eliminated this week. from the
Oh,
playoffs.
I didn't say I can execute.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Exactly. I'm basically a priest.
You're basically a coach.
Yeah.
Or a teacher.
Next game.
Teachers
The
doesn't
second
please.
seed Hurricane season, who by the way is my pick to win Division 60,
Nobody asked you.
Your job is to read the game.
Nobody asked you, Patrice.
versus the 12th seed Bud Knights.
Who? I wasn't listening to you. What'd
Bud
you say?
Knights.
Hurricane season Bud Knights.
Hurricane season Bud Knights. Two teams reputed for the defense. One has earned it. The other one is Bud Knights. Mo, your pick.
I got Hurricane season.
You know, I'm torn. Best defense, Hurricane season. Hurricane season's a better team. Sorry, but nice.
Who survives in a battle between hurricanes and glass bottles of beer?
Oh, glass bottles of beer for sure.
Yeah.
Because
The only-
glass doesn't break.
The only thing that survives in a hurricane is beer.
But what about Knights though?
Della Rocca beers.
Knights. There's no more Knights. They're all dead. Elton John's last
So
one.
there's only Buds
It's
left.
just Elton John.
There's only Buds.
Next
There's
game.
only Bud.
Mo's losing it. I'm
Yeah,
looking at him.
This is getting terrible now.
I'm looking at him
When
and he's
terrible,
frustrated, man.
listen, when we're good, but when we're terrible, we're great.
It's like we're sold out the whole. We've sold out this whole podcast.
Key takeaways.
Key takeaways is
Read the game.
both teams need to show up at the field, and before that, they need to have read my article, ideally while taking a dump, perhaps while also eating lasagna. It's a
Ideally.
monument to efficiency.
The
They
third
need to-
seed,
Wait,
4th
wait,
and
wait.
20.
So if you're taking a dump while reading an article, while eating lasagna all at once,
Yeah.
you win games.
And then you add the article to his
I mean,
dump
it can't
because it's
hurt.
trash.
It can't hurt. It can't hurt.
Oh man! All right,
Throw
next,
your
seed.
phone in the. It's not printed. It's not newspaper, Terry.
next
the
game.
third seed, 4th and 20, versus the 11th seed Potatoes.
420 blazing, getting ready for 420. It's their month. April's their month. So if they get to April, you know they will win the championship.
When's this game?
It's in March.
Next weekend is this weekend's April.
They
so-
take on the very famous
Potatoes.
It's March 31st.
potatoes. Potatoes are lovely to eat when you're high.
Also, when you're not.
Give me 4th and 20.
Give me Potatoes, man. I think they're a good team. I think that they got the upset last week. I think Potatoes are better than we think they are.
Terry, say a thing.
Thing.
All right.
And they're playing on March 31st, so too bad for 4th and 20, so potatoes are going to win.
All right, last game.
I would imagine the key thing in this game is to read your article.
No, actually not at all. What they need to do is they need to force Samuel Lamoth to make mistakes. He was perfect this past week. So if they can force Potatoes quarterback to force balls, they'll come out as victors in this game. Everyone will be named Victor.
Our last game, the 7th seed Trailer Park Boys versus the 9th seed Yama's Pajamas.
The rematch.
The
rematch.
revenge match.
13-12 was the last time these two teams faced.
Ugh.
However, March 31st, same day as Trailer Park Boys, the new animated series, comes out on Netflix. So
Interesting.
facts.
Interesting.
Give me Trailer Park Boys to win.
I love Angry Mo. Angry Mo is one of my favorite
Give me,
people.
give me
And
llamas
it is
pajamas.
llamas and pajamas, not yamas, right? You know.
Correct.
Llamas.
It's,
Give me llamas and
but
pajamas.
two L's make a Y because
Llamas
you split
pajamas.
them.
There's no
You
end.
split them.
What?
Yeah. You split them.
Oh, okay.
Like a Yama.
Give me,
Yeah.
give me the split, bro.
Let's end this misery.
Give me the split. I don't think that. I think that actually somebody's gonna shut down Antoine Meunier. He's not gonna be able to run for 2 touchdowns. So can they beat Llamas Pajamas with the passing game? I don't think so.
All right. That's our last game. I do have a last question for you guys. And this is having to do with our promotion and relegation. So we look at 6D, the top 6 teams that got moved from 6 to 6D.
Mm-hmm.
7th rounders, Hurricane season, 4th and 20. The first 2 get blowout wins, and then 4th and 20 squeaks by the Real Bros of Simi Valley.
Mm-hmm.
But then Green Monster, Sharknado, and the Pack all lose close games.
Mm-hmm.
Did the demotion system make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Magic words,
Yes,
please.
Eagle, I
Well,
think
so-
it did make sense.
So honestly, I think
I think the promotion system makes sense.
We
Well,
saw-
on the promotion side, B-Ballers crushed Channel 4 News
Can-
team.
can we look
Fighting
at that, like,
Tigers got
next week?
crushed by Unknown Talent. Los Siete Amigos was a close loss to D2 Mighty Ducks in overtime. And then MacDo had a close win against Hot Sauce Sports also in overtime. So,
I mean, I think we'll have a better idea of who, like, when people make the finals. If all the team that made the finals are only the team that was promoted or relegated, then we'll look bad. Like, if Yeah, if the two teams that made the 60 finals are the two teams that came down from Division 6, doesn't look as good as if.
Well, not necessarily, because we don't. Again, the whole point is we don't know the strength of the teams before
Yeah.
the season, so
Yes.
we're resorting them. They may have been. Maybe should have been in Division 6.
It's either that or
That's
you
like
put
16
everybody
divisions.
together, and then the bottom half teams never really had a chance to win anything.
Yeah, which is what we used to have.
Exactly.
Corporate dollars always win.
True facts.
All right, magic words, please.
I
all
got a
of us-
semi for Seminoles.
That's all I have.
Oh, I thought you
n-
were gonna come up with
New ratings are
I
out.
thought it was final words. I thought it
I
was.
thought he's coming with
Oh, final
words, 'cause-
thoughts.
Yeah, final thoughts.
Oh, we do final thoughts or final words?
Final words.
Oh, I thought it was magic words. Magic words, final
words.
thoughts.
Both.
Shut
New
up.
ratings
Fox.
are
I
up.
lost my Seminoles thing.
New ratings are up.
It was one that Mo was
Shit.
finally gonna
Okay,
get.
okay.
New ratings are up. You can go ahead and check it on the website. So what you got to do is scroll to the top, change your season to spring, and then type your name into the little top box over here. So if we were to do Paolo, for example, your
43.
new rating is 62.3, 57.2, and 63.1.
I'm now a higher ranked quarterback than receiver.
How are you so low at quarterback?
I suck.
Good night,
Oh, okay.
Div 6 and 6D. Thank God these teams are all out of the playoffs.
Wow, brutal.
I mean, I don't know why he would be so mean. Like,
Hey.
they tried hard. They're nice people.
Jordan Howard traded to the Eagles for a
Maybe
six-pounder.
Mo's a bad person. Have we ever thought about that?